Yo. Hello.
Caboose and I would like to congratulate you for your well-deserved and commanding win over the other teams in the last SAJAM Slam.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. And I feel it is earnest. And yes, I
scared myself. I'm so scared.
I do know that no matter what words may fly via SMS or live stream at the end of the day.
I was just trying to throw you off, but it didn't work.
Oh, for sure.
I was considering calling your house with a fake emergency. Like I was considering, I was sitting there and I'm like, what if I called Punch Mom on the phone and with like a fake dire emergency so that she'd be like, Woolie, you have to come down here. And like, but no, that's probably too much.
I mean, look, you have your tactics. I try to, I play it, but if I don't get that podcast file on time, I might need to let some people know what's going on. It's just,
that was good. That was good.
It's just sometimes it's just what it is.
That was so good.
It's just what it is.
I was eating dinner and then I was taking a shit and I just keep getting messages like, where's the podcast file? And I'm like, there's a log coming out of my body right now.
To be fair, after hours had passed and then an update text had went and then I saw the online, like it was a 1-to-1 of just like the time passed, the text update, and then I saw the playing status update, and I'm like,
what happened was I was logged in and I wandered away.
Yeah, you sure were logged in.
Yes. No, I would log out.
log out quickly. It takes really long to log out.
Sometimes. Now that we're older.
Ooh. Okay. Look,
I was I saw that was good, by the way. I want to give you I appreciated you snitching on me because you snitched on me like 3 or 4 times, and every time I went to go somewhere, I would find a new one.
You were like you took a screenshot of the SAJAM chat and went like, let me post this rat shit. Hold up,
it's really funny.
And I was like, already beat you to it. It's on Blue Sky.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You got me. I'm glad. I like this.
Yeah. And Paige is like, I'm proud of you for snitching. Will, I'm like, thank you, Paige.
I mean, I would be remiss, hypocrite as I were, if I was like, you can't snitch on me. That's terrible. I snitch on other people.
Yeah.
See, it's different when it's me. But it's different.
But it is different though, because looking at you look at the replies too, and like even like Keats is like, yo, that's metagaming right there.
I gotta tell you,
these are all tactics.
I gotta tell you, there's something really like fascinating about getting somebody like that, and then I'm like, all right, let's look who like responded. Everybody I know. Like everybody that knows anything about anything and is online right now is just like commenting like, yeah, get him.
The actual best reply being though, when Musashi pulled up to the shores where Kojiro awaited, he was hours late. He held a boat oar instead of a sword way too long, and the sun was at his back. Kojiro was affronted at this insult, but to Musashi, it was strategy.
Is that from the newest Baki episode?
Something like that. Anyways, obviously, if we're talking SAJAM Slam, we're talking fucking Specs and 5, we're talking Diaphone, Zane, Zizex, Frodan, and Deathy, like absolutely just incredible jobs respectively all across the board. And
you did not so bad yourself, bud.
I thank you. I mean, I feel like day 1 and 2, I really like, I was not lifting my weight as much as I ought to have been, and I feel like on day 3 I did do so. And the thing that mainly kind of came together is like Illaoi is a support character, and she's one of the best she's the best at supporting. And what that means is in a game where people are like all up your ass and in neutral by either zoning you out and melting you like Thresh does, or by you know, basically being left, right, and everything in between up in your face like Ari or Yasuo or Echo. She's way more tame and neutral and not able to win those exchanges in many a case, but she can.
So you're in the fucking corner.
But she can support her team and bring you to bikini bottom, and that's what you do, right? So as a supporting character, I'm like, that's the role that she needs to play. She needs to melt everybody like by supporting them. And
there's a concept that I try to explain to people who don't play fighting games or even MMOs, which is holding a controller and hitting up on the D-pad or hitting circle or whatever, and your body is just flooded with the feeling of I just killed myself. Like before, like actions haven't occurred.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, and you're just like, I just hit, I died. I just died. I could feel it.
Why'd I jump? Shouldn't have jumped.
Illaoi can cause that emotion 5-10 seconds in advance. Like I've reached the corner. I'm still technically in neutral, and I hold back without holding down back.
Here, have a Krabby Patty.
And I see frame 1 of Illaoi's shoulder go up, and I go, I have just killed myself.
Yeah. So there is a, you know, and like if you're really sick, like, you know, Diaphone with Illaoi and such, like there's airtight like checkmates that you can run, you know. But like that's the kind of stuff where I'm like, I'm still getting the hang of those, but overall that's her specialty. That's what she can do. And in exchange for that, you just have this like running around like a Street Fighter character in a world of Marvel gods, you know, going crazy.
Yeah, it's really interesting that her movement and her range is like she's gonna run at you and she's gonna hit you. It's not it's not she's gonna flood the screen with bullshit or dash in and mix you up from the air or the ground or have the hook, either hook.
That being said, like with Thresh in particular, it has like, you know, the discussion has been like, okay, new character drops and it's an arms race to see if like the tech can outrace the shutdown of the character, the ability to keep up with it. Usually it can't. In Thresh's case, what people are doing as of last night are like touch of deaths, like just full, you know. So I'm
gonna put every resource I can into getting this guy off the board.
So I'm looking at this going, oh yeah, post Evo Thresh is getting nerfed. Like this is a character that is fucking overcooked right now. It is
I picked him up under the assumption that within 1 day of the slam, I would know whether or not he's undercooked or overcooked. And found out very quickly, talking to K7 and Sage, like, okay, the lantern, when he teleports the lantern and does the burst, that thing is broke. It's bugged.
Insanity.
It doesn't scale.
The damage
at all.
doesn't scale. It doesn't drop your damage in your combo for doing it.
Like he throws out his hard punch or whatever you call it in heavy in 2XKO from 80%, gets a full ride the whole way through off of like a tag, has built-in air cross-ups through the teleport,
left, right.
He's crazy.
I described him as a DNF duel character, right? That's exactly it. So that feels like some of the way characters swing buttons in DNF duel at you from full screen. He is that archetype here. And
I'm looking forward to some very measured and reasonable nerfs.
For starters, damage scaling would be nice, right? That feels like a decent place to begin.
I think people are going to be really upset because the history of 2XKO is, wow, this character is crazy good. Maybe after 10 patches of nerfs, they'll be back down to a human level.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know what the Thresh League of Legends history is. You know,
no, I'm talking about 2XKO specifically. Echo took the whole lifetime of the game to get pared down to good,
and even then,
instead of incredible.
And even then, I'm still annoyed. You know, but yeah. All this to ultimately say though that no, I think too as well. Just like the going back to the slam in particular and such, like the I really thought the format with just getting to duo with a bunch of different people, I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought that was a very smart thing that was set up. And I feel too as well that something I didn't appreciate beforehand about it was that, like, because there were other events that happened simultaneously, like I know, like so there was like a Capcom did like a new challengers sort of event, which is essentially like a SAJAM-less slam.
Yeah.
But it was a 1-day event, right? And the thing with having this be a multiple day event is that it allows for, so you have the big coaching week that happens and people can get in and track to practice and so on. But of course, invariably, because it's a lot of big names and a lot of small channels and a bunch of different people of different sizes coming together, some creators are going to, collaborate, but ultimately not really take it too seriously until they find themselves at the event. And then they go, oh shit, oh man, I don't really know what I'm doing. Damn, I wish I could play better. I wish I could do better than that. This was kind of fun, but like they feel that the pressure of that first day. And then there's like, you see, okay, good. Now you have another chance to come back and, improve over this on the next run, and then you have a third final day. And I think by putting it over that period of time, it gives you that wake-up call morning, to be like, okay, wait, hold on a second, as opposed to just, I don't know what I'm doing, the event's over, who cares, thanks for the opportunity, bye everybody, so that's a pretty smart thing about the format overall. And the fucking just as the instant like lock in with, I like talking to Gary for just a couple seconds and being like, oh, like instant homie, we're on the same wavelength here, we fucking get it, we're in there, that shit is like locked.
I hopped over to Gary's stream the other day after day 2, and I hopped over there to shit on you, and I it's the first time I'd ever seen or heard him in my life, and I show up and he's like PNG tubing Pink Warwick, and I can only describe him as like gasp, scream, laughing like the whole time. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I like this guy. Good energy. This guy's all right.
Good energy. That clicked immediately, and all that wet dog howling shenanigans and stuff is just like, nope. This is someone we'd be rolling with and chilling after the tournament and fucking having a couple drinks, playing some matches, and running good sets in the hotel room, absolutely. So, of the Lythero crew, the Shenanigoons, a great name, by the way. Mm-hmm. That's a lock. Gary's I'm gonna make sure that dude is around. And again, like, Deathy, who's from Montreal, that's super sick, gonna try to make use of that as well. But I've put this out there on the stream on the during the slam, so it's not a really full announcement or so, but like I want to get the team as soon as Evo's done, when there's a chance, I want to get the team on to just come on and
the
chill.
Whole gang,
get the gang on and teach us about some deadlock and team fight tactics and everything else going on. Frodan can get in there and tell us what's going on.
This means I'm gonna have to actually say Diaphone's name correctly.
You might actually.
Or
I mean, really and truly, like that's the SAJAM bit just running further. But no, that was a whole lot of fun, and it fucking really happy with that run. Final day, clean sweep all the way through.
Yeah, no, that's a hell of a way to do it. Like, congratulations. Not just like taking it home, but like in your bracket, it was like undefeated. Like, fuck off. Like there's no question here.
In 5 specs in 5. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I like looking at the respective groups. So in each like Discord, in the Slam Discord, in each team's like group chat, there's a separate tab for each person for you to like talk to the coaches, ask questions, whatever, notes, etc. And like that started just getting populated with like self crit, VOD review, things to fix, notes, etc. And like, yeah, between day 2 and day 3, I mean, I had like just dozens on dozens of notes and dozens on dozens of improvements and corrections and all those things going in, and then the rest of the team as well. And Gary started putting some down, and and the thing is like Zane and Diaphone, again, just to give them like all the flowers in the world on it, like they really put the time in coaching. They put more time into coaching than into their own synergy, really.
Well, that's smart, and because you can build up the people at the bottom faster and more effectively.
Yeah, every step upwards from the bottom is a way bigger step than at the top. Like the what it takes to fucking clutch out Super Noon takes a lot more than it does to handle C1 and C2. That being said, I will take the pride of saying, yo, ran a perfect on Sonic Fox. I will take that. I will take that.
If they bleed, you can kill them. And like I got a match.
Yeah,
I got a bracket win on them on day 2, and I was like, oh, I'll just hold on to this. I can walk away with like full losses.
That's it. No, that and again, like the nature of the format being that, like, hey, there's a coach carry going, or there's an upwards pull, there's an upwards momentum pull somewhere on the team. It felt nice when I had those moments of like, oh fuck, okay, I'm sent out to die against a coach, and like my whole, and I'm like Sonic Fox is coming in and they're just doing their thing, and I'm like, okay, just block, just try to see it, and if you can successfully block, like, that's half the battle right there. And I was able to block some of those mixes and be like, all right, I did my job. I didn't just die immediately first touch.
Would you like to find, hey, you know what? That thing that the XKCD comic we referenced about people who are experts never understand how little people actually know about a topic? I was playing 2XKO last night and discovered a fundamental property of how the game works that I had not picked up in the entire lifetime of the game, that I believe everyone who plays the game thought was so obvious they just never thought to mention it, which is you can't block in the first couple of frames of your jump.
Yes, that is in fact the case.
If you look back at a bunch of footage, I'm blocking and then I just stop blocking.
Because you up back?
Yes, to get away. And I found that out yesterday at midnight, just messing around with the game. And I have never seen anyone discuss this ever. Because I guess that's a thing in games that have air blocking.
It is an established thing but
I don't play games that have air blocking in them. I play Street Fighter, and I play fucking Virtua Fighter, and I play Tekken.
So I mean, pre-jump frames do, okay, admittedly, yeah, like you're not air blocking in anything besides like Street Fighter Alpha, right? But pre-jump frames in like making you vulnerable are absolutely a thing in any of these, or anime games or Marvel or Hyper games, or all of that stuff, right? And you don't get a get out of jail free card by like just taking to the air. What you can do, there's something called chicken blocking, which is if you don't want to eat a high-low mix, you can just like in a specific moment jump up to start blocking the whole sequence in midair. But like the risk of leaving the ground while getting hit is always there. Absolutely. That's a big one.
So it's like, it's this combination of two things. One, boy, I wish I had known that, particularly in the corner against you, because there were times where like, I was holding back. But I don't want to come off like a bitchy John.
Okay.
So every time that happens, instead of going, what the fuck? How did I get hit?
Jumping,
I just go.
Yeah. Okay.
And so no one corrects you.
And what is happening is, I know you're jumping. I'm doing a double backdash 2S2 to catch the pre-jump frames of you backing. Right, and if I notice that, then I change the timing to a different version of it. Like that's a specific call out for roll up back versus wake up neutral up back. So like it's totally a thing.
If I had been saltier and whinier, I would have been better.
I don't think so, because in this case, the salty Johns also affect your teammate, you know?
Yeah.
And if you get too locked out in your own brain, I think your teammate's going to be like, oh no, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to keep up spirits and stuff like that.
No, what you have to do is like, hello team. I noticed that I got hit during that exchange, and I'm not certain what caused that. Does anyone have an academic answer as to why I got hit while holding back during that exchange?
Because I'll tell you right now, you can go back to watching like those sets where I was playing with the coaches. I'm playing with Diaphone, and I eat some shit and I'm just like, I'm ass, I'm garbage, I fucking suck.
Those are terrifying sets. No. Those are terrifying sets.
And just making the, like, your whole thing is just don't fucking choke, and then you choke, and I'm just like, I'm the worst player in the world, sorry coach, I killed us both forever, bye.
I don't
walking into the ocean. BRB.
I really love the SAJAM Slam, and I think the format is great. I think there is one specific matchup that is kind of miserable, and it's the 1-4 matchup. The top seed and bottom seed together, because the bottom seeds feel like they've been thrown into a shark pit and are just trying not to instantly die. And my plan was to get to the seed 4 and kill them instantly as fast as possible.
So I can only imagine how more insane a coach plus seed 4 match must feel, right?
Oh man,
which is a
crazy
thing. But what I will say, in the matches I had with Deathy, because Deathy is so fucking hungry for the knowledge, and in 10 days like grinded out like 700 or so matches with Darius.
A Deadlock player?
Yeah, just,
well, that's what, yeah, okay. There's a lot to know in Deadlock. I'd say there's more in Deadlock to know than 2XKO.
Like Deathy and Frodan performing the way they did comes from their like super analytical take on things, and the willingness to just go like, I don't know this genre, but I'm gonna dive the fuck in, you know, from TFT and from in this case. I know, well, Frodan has had some experience before, mind you, but for Deathy, first fighting game ever, just being like, all right, time to absorb everything I can in 2 weeks time. It was incredible, you know. Whereas Frodan coming in with some Street Fighter knowledge as well, kind of just putting it over into this with a brand new character, with Senna, mind you, a character that people had not been confident in, kind of going like, yeah, she's ass compared to Thresh and doesn't have it, and then Frodan like showing off this new character and the sick shit that she can do, like inventing it in front of people. It's really cool.
I think it's unkind to have a double character drop and for people to go, Senna's trash, and it's like, no, Senna's just not Thresh.
She's a little more normal. She's there's something, her normal form is a bit underwhelming by comparison to, of course, her Rex Spectre form, but like Thresh is insane, and the comparison is nonsense, you know.
You know what this ironically enough reminds me of? One of the things that people were excited about when the FF14 job thing got announced was they said, hey, Mr. Prime is going to be designing and overseeing the current gameplay run of all of these jobs, all of them. It's no longer going to be so-and-so designs Bard and so-and-so designs Dark Knight and so-and-so designs White Mage, which would lead to like inconsistencies and stuff like that. I think 2XKO has that problem like crazy. I think some people design their characters like they're part of different games and other people design their characters like they're part of this game.
I feel like when Combo Fiend was revealing Warwick, you just kind of saw that light in his eyes where he's like, yeah, but what if I gave him the Wolverine cross up? What if I just did a bionic arm that came from the other side, though? You know, because fuck it, let's go. You know,
and then you get to Marlin Pie, and they're like, what if I gave this character everything under God's domain?
Well, Marlin Pie is like, what players? This was for me.
Yeah, I made it for
Marlin
me.
Pie is like, I made this for me, and you guys happen to be here. You know,
crazy.
It's hilarious, you know. And speaking of that dog, I mean, you know, look, obviously, like, Gary is fucking cracked and is super sick.
Gary's
with it.
Super scary.
The interesting thing about the logic that of that SAJAM put out there, pertaining to him in specific, is that I was listening to his stream afterwards, and he was basically saying that like he believes that like for Gary and his seed and such, that was all a decision where Warwick is a character that has counterplay, but people that don't, there was no Warwicks really in the bracket except for him, so people,
it was just him, right?
So yeah, so no one really knew what to do to solve the problems that he was proposing, and that it could have looked more it could have looked more fair if people did. But are you going to spend your time focusing on that, or focusing on the fucking Dariuses and the Threshes and the Jinxes you're going to be dealing with? Like you're going to focus more on the characters that are going to pop up a lot more often. A bunch of Vi's showing up, all of that, it becomes more of your focal point, so you're not spending time on the dog. But like that was his logic to it, and I get that, because there's stuff that you definitely need to know about Warwick that requires like you got to play differently from everyone else. But Gary's still cracked,
Yeah, Gary's really good.
In any case, though, yeah, good event, good stuff, good memes, and more on that in the future. We'll see what the top 8 of Evo ends up looking like, and
man, I thought it was really funny. There was like a 2x KO. There was a 2x KO like official like meet the players thing for all the players going to Evo. Like, man, this is a Tekken Atlanta situation. Like every single one's a black guy. Every single one. Like, all right, a stereotype has been formed. And
the and just like, I get spoiler alert for top 8. A skeleton on every team is coming. So yeah, take a look at that. And yeah, I mean, look, also, like, that being said, like, sick job on your stats and on running that Thresh, and holding up your team for the most of the event in second place. I mean, running insane new character and insane stuff aside, like, that's still a terrifying amount of knowledge that you picked up in a fairly short amount of time that you applied.
It is probably the fastest I have ever learned any character in anything.
You picked that shit up.
K7 and Sage are excellent coaches in that. Seven was just running, K7 was just running me on drills. He'd hop in, show me the combo until I could get it once, and he taught me to do the combo backwards, which I had never practiced before.
Interesting.
Which is do the ender of the combo first, then do the medium, and then do the starter, because of the way that going through the combo, because when you learn a combo, you end up doing the beginning 1,000 times more times in practice than the ender, right? And so by that, it kind of evens it out, and it made it much more consistent.
That's a smart way to do it.
He'd show me something with Thresh, and he'd be like, okay, do it once. Okay, now drill it. Now do the throw combo. Now do the range one. Now do the throw combo.
I really like that.
Unfortunately, I only really put it together like yesterday.
Okay.
Like where now I have that, when you're learning how to do combos, and you're at a range and your brain doesn't automatically switch to the right range. You just go with the thing that almost always works.
Yes. Instead
of the thing that's correct.
Yes.
For where everybody is. I'm doing that now.
Yes, because this character requires it, right? You can, so playing optimally in many cases in these games will be like, you hit somebody, and then your brain quickly does a calculation and goes,
how far away are these?
Is the corner? Am I close to the corner? Will I be able to bring them there? Am I in the middle of the screen? And what's the resource situation? What's the life situation? What's my drive at? Okay, or my meter. Let me choose this particular sequence that's going to be the right move to continue, right? And I know Thresh requires a whole bunch of quick calculations for where you are on screen and where they are on screen.
It's basically, are you in the corner or not? Are you medium or completely maxed out range? Is the lantern ahead of you, behind you, or not out? And every combination of those.
Right. So, I mean, like, the people that are doing like all cracked versions of like Thresh's combos, like, there's a lot of variation and a lot of quick
Boomy
recognition going into it. So the thing is too, of course, I'm like, the thought that you're going to get anywhere near that proficiency without some labbing going on, sir. You know,
I some people in my chat were like, they came in and they were like, what's happening? Because I was like wordlessly running Thresh combo drills for like an hour.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, I have a moral stance against training mode, but I have to actually help my team win today.
You have to help your team win. You must.
This isn't me fucking around in ranked on whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. People are depending on you. Absolutely. So that's it. And this is a character that also you need to know, why did that drop? I thought I was there in the corner or whatever, you know? Anyways, good stuff all across the board. And again, shout outs to SAJAM for running a sick event.
Great event. Always really impressed at how, like, I mean, we looked at that spreadsheet. It's very complicated organization for this many people and this many teams. I'm similarly wildly impressed at the organization on display, and I am similarly laughing that this is the second event that I've dealt with SAJAM, and I should know better. In which is like, all right, guys, we've really cleaned it up. We should be able to get out of here in about maybe 3 hours. As everybody has their matches, and I'm like, I'm looking at my clock on the first day, and it's 9:10 p.m. and I'm like, this didn't feel like 3 hours. Fighting game events,
Purse of the bracket.
Fighting game events they just go super long.
And like, the later into the bracket people get, the closer they get to that grand finals, the more like clutch they start playing, the more they tighten up, the longer the matches go, because people get more squirrely, you know.
There were a bunch of matches in which it happened to me, and I think I saw it happen to DayZ, but I'm not sure, where the set went on so long 1-1 that people thought they had finished their whole set because it had been like a 12-minute
I have to ask
of 2 matches.
I have to ask what the score is after every single game, because I'm too locked in. I can't track anything outside of that last game every single time, you know. That's a huge thing. It feels so long and intense. Something I put out there too is that I think it would be really funny, like, if there is something, you know, in the future, I don't know, whatever it holds, but I was like, I think it'd be really cool if Reggie applied and then we ran the same setup, but I was on mic and then he was on the couch running the set, you know.
I have had a highly similar idea, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
I had a highly similar idea.
That sounds fun. I like that. So we'll see what the future holds.